Look around, and you'll see Android everywhere on phones, in cars, powering TVs, and even controlling smart homes. It's hard to imagine a world without Android, but not too long ago, it didn't exist. How did a small team of developers create the most widespread operating system on the planet? Today, we take you on a journey from the birth of Android to its global domination. Our story begins in 2003, when four tech entrepreneurs Andy Rubin, Rich Miner, Nick Sears, and Chris White founded Android Inc. in Palo Alto, California. But their original idea wasn't to create a smartphone operating system. They had a much more niche focus. They wanted to develop an operating system for digital cameras. But Rubin and his team quickly realized that the digital camera market wasn't big enough to sustain their ambitions. They decided to pivot to focus on something that was about to explode: mobile phones. Their vision? To build an open-source operating system that anyone could use and build on. This was revolutionary in an era dominated by closed, proprietary systems like Nokia's Symbian and Microsoft's Windows Mobile. By 2005, the Android team had developed a solid foundation for their new mobile OS, but they needed resources to scale. That's when Google stepped in. Google was looking to enter the mobile market to ensure its dominance in search and services as the internet became more mobile. They saw Android's potential and made their move, acquiring Android Inc. for an estimated $50 million. The deal brought Andy Rubin and his team to Google, where they continued developing Android under the tech giant's umbrella. But what was Google's big plan? To create a mobile operating system that was free and open for anyone to use, in contrast to Apple's iOS, which was tightly controlled. Once under Google's wing, the Android team had the backing they needed to build their dream platform. They worked tirelessly to create a robust, flexible operating system that could work across various devices and screen sizes. Android wasn't designed to just power phones. It was built for a future where smart devices would be everywhere. The team also focused on attracting developers. In 2007, Google released the Android SDK, giving developers the tools to build apps for the platform. It was a bold move to engage the developer community right from the start, ensuring a rich ecosystem of apps even before Android phones hit the market. After years of development, Android was ready for prime time. In 2008, the HTC Dream, also known as the T-Mobile G1 in the US, became the world's first Android-powered phone. It featured a touchscreen, a full QWERTY keyboard, and integrated Google services like Gmail, Google Maps, and YouTube. While it wasn't as sleek as Apple's iPhone, which had launched just a year earlier, the HTC Dream had something Apple's phone didn't: flexibility. Users could customize their home screens, add widgets, and download third-party apps. This open, customizable nature quickly became Android's hallmark. The real genius of Android wasn't just in the software, it was in how Google approached the market. In 2007, Google announced the formation of the Open Handset Alliance, a consortium of hardware manufacturers, software developers, and telecom companies that would all use Android to create an open ecosystem. This allowed dozens of manufacturers to build Android devices, giving consumers more choices than ever. In 2008, Google also launched the Android market, what we now know as the Google Play Store, allowing users to download apps and games, and giving developers a massive platform to distribute their creations. This was the birth of the app economy, and Android's open nature made it incredibly attractive to developers. As Android grew, so did its competition with Apple's iOS. The rivalry between the two platforms became a defining characteristic of the smartphone era. While iOS focused on simplicity and seamless integration with Apple's hardware, Android prided itself on flexibility and customization. One of Android's greatest strengths was its diversity. Because so many manufacturers used Android, the platform spanned a wide range of devices from high-end flagship phones to affordable models for emerging markets. This helped Android overtake iOS in global market share by 2010. Today, Android is everywhere. It's not just in your phone, it powers smartwatches, tablets, TVs, and even cars through Android Auto. Google has continually expanded Android's reach, integrating it into every aspect of modern life. Android's flexibility has allowed it to adapt to new technologies, from foldable phones to smart home assistants. Its open-source nature ensures that developers and manufacturers can build on it, creating innovative products that push the boundaries of what's possible. As we look toward the future, Android shows no signs of slowing down. With advancements in 5G, artificial intelligence, and augmented reality, the next generation of Android devices will be even more powerful and interconnected. The rise of AI has already begun to reshape the Android experience. Features like Google Assistant and predictive suggestions are making devices smarter and more responsive. And with the Internet of Things on the horizon, Android will likely power even more of the technology that surrounds us every day. From a startup idea for digital cameras to the most popular operating system in the world, Android's story is one of innovation, adaptability, and collaboration. Its success lies in its open-source nature, its thriving developer community, and its ability to evolve with the times. Android has truly changed the world, and it's hard to imagine the future of technology without it. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the history of Android, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more stories and insights.